If you'd like to, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. I post every Wednesday. Hi everyone, my name is Catherine and welcome to my channel. This is part 2 to my bops and flops of 2023 when it comes to travel. I already filmed part 1, which is my flops of 2023, basically like what went wrong in travel. So here are my bops of 2023 when it comes to travel. I've written it down in my new notebook, which is a Pisces notebook I got from HomeGoods. Having the right luggage is super important when it comes to traveling, and once you find what works for you, it is so very nice. And I've just really found a good luggage brand and luggage and backpack and everything that has worked for me. I've learned what I like in backpacks or what I like in suitcases that I can move forward with, which is really nice. And right now I like using the Away suitcase products. I like how they look like. I like that the lining inside the suitcase, you can unzip it and wash it. I like that it comes with a little laundry bag within it. And I mean, I really just don't have very many complaints about them other than the fact that mine is a baby pink color and it got like scratched and dirty really fast, but that was just a given. I just generally really like those suitcases. I also like the size that I have, which I think is just the biggest size that they have, but I like that it's not too big and I can fill it. And usually every time I fill it, it is within like a safe size limit and I'm not like 50 pounds or bordering 50 pounds. I also love to wear my Mateen backpack that I have from Mateen, and there's a lot of things about it that I like. It is a really nice size for traveling, especially internationally. I can fit a lot in it. It has a lot of different compartments that I love, and yeah, just having the right equipment, I just loved it. And then next is being comfortable booking and doing solo trips. For me, last year I did 5 international trips with EF Ultimate Break, and they're just like a group travel company for people between the ages of 18 to 35. If I'd waited for friends to be able to be available to do those trips with me, I would not have gone on them. For me, such a bop is just learning to be comfortable traveling on my own and being like, hey, I want to go to this country during this time and I'm able to do it with my specific circumstances right now. And then booking it and doing it and having fun and making friends. And that's exactly what happened. And it's just like, I always still have a little bit of nerves going into a trip when I don't know anyone. But it lasts for like a day or two and then you get to know people and the unknown becomes the known. It's always just the unknown is scary, but then you'll meet people, you'll have your introductions, and you will find people that you mesh with and hang out with, and it's just great. And then you have these really cool memories with them. And then sometimes you'll travel with them again. Like in my South Korea trip, one of those people, he was on my Kenya trip and that was really amazing to see. And then on my Kenya trip, there's multiple people that are going to be on my Brazil trip this year. So it's really cool to also just meet people while in the act of traveling. And that's where you truly bond over, because you can be friends with people and have all these things in common, but you might not travel well together, or they might not be into traveling like you are, or to the places, or the type of travel, or whatever it may be. So just doing things for you on your own accord and not being afraid to, but also learning to step outside of your comfort zone and embracing the uncomfortability and yeah, just that whole spiel. The next thing is making the most of the time availability that I have right now. So I've mentioned before that I'm in between jobs, and a lot of people would be, you know, really down and just like looking for jobs 24/7 or whatever. And when I'm home, I do try to keep as much of a normal 9 to 5 or like business hours time frame where I am actively like being productive and looking for work and editing videos and what have you. But I also have taken advantage of this time to travel. The content I make allows me to travel with companies like EF Ultimate Break. So I'm able to take the time to go, and I've been able to travel so much last year because of this time, and I'm just trying to make the most of it and embrace it. And I'm really glad I've been able to do that, and I'm very thankful that I've been able to have such a positive thing and all these memories that I have now and people that I've met. The next BOP of 2023 is being an EF ambassador. I will say 2023 in general was like a rough year for me, but being an EF ambassador and this channel and being able to travel and do all this has been such a highlight, and I'm so thankful for it. It's really been the thing that's gotten me through the year, and that has been such a blessing that I've not taken for granted. I did not expect with my channel to be able to get this ambassadorship, to be able to get the bookings that I've gotten, being able to utilize it and use it for travel has been absolutely incredible. And that's like probably my biggest BOP of 2023. It was an incredible travel year. I'm just very thankful for all of you who've watched my videos and have booked anything through my codes. I honestly so appreciate it. Next is being able to make friends within the EF world, as I put it, within EF Ultimate Break. It is so cool to book a trip because you want to go and you're able to, and you don't know anyone, and it's all just this big unknown when it comes to the people. And then you do the trip, you meet people, you make incredible memories, and by the time the trip is over after a week or 10 days or 2 weeks, and it feels like you have gotten to know these people so well, and they're now such close friends to you because you've had this incredible experience together. And making those friends and continuing those friendships after, most likely they won't be living in the same state or city as you, but long distance friendships, you know, people have it, it's a thing. And then being able to even potentially book travel and travel with them in the future and have like meetups or whatever. And it's just so fun to have and be a part of this community. And I've made some really good friends through my different trips this past year. Some of them I will see on EF trips this year. I have 2 booked. And the second one that I have booked, I know a couple of them are going to be on that trip, so I'm really excited and looking forward to that. But it's just really cool to be a part of this community and find like-minded travelers such as myself. Another thing is, I mentioned in my flops video for part 1 that traveling can be very uncomfortable and it can be very difficult at times. But turning that around and using it as a BOP for 2023, and a positive thing is that I learned to be comfortable with the uncomfortable and making it my norm. And you always hear like things in quotes that's like, do something uncomfortable every single day, or like you learn the most when you're uncomfortable, or things like that. And so just taking that, embracing it, and seeing how I've been able to do things that, you know, several years ago I thought I'd never be able to do, being able to navigate these countries by myself internationally, being able to book trips and make friends or what have you and get through things. And it's just like you grow so much, and it's really cool on the other side to look back and reflect and see how you've grown as a person. My next thing is being able to take advantage of back-to-back trips with EF Ultimate Break. So I was able to do Japan and South Korea, and then Colombia and Peru. Being able to just, since you're in a part of the world, to see more of it. And I've learned how to book things with EF to be able to do the back-to-back trips. Next is hitting bucket list destinations and bucket list countries. My top country I wanted to visit was South Korea, and I was able to do that. I really wanted to do Japan again because I'd only briefly been before, which is still incredible, but it was really cool going again. And then I was able to go to Peru and see Machu Picchu, which was incredible. And I was like, I can't believe I'm here. Going on safaris in Kenya. And it was all just so cool. And that's just generally a big BOP. The next one is being consistent with uploading on YouTube, especially while traveling abroad. You're not having a normal schedule. You're trying to make the most of your trip, and they're already so busy and hectic that you don't have time to edit. So I had to pre-film and pre-edit videos before going on these trips, and it was a lot of work. It was a lot, and I'm proud of myself that I was pretty much consistent all year. And then the next one is newer. It is becoming a part of the Contiki rep program. I've been a part of the EF ambassador program for 2 years now or so. And Contiki is another company that is similar to EF Ultimate Break. They have slightly different things, slightly different stereotypes, but it's the same general concept of group travel for young adults. And I had applied at the same time I did for EF, and I hadn't heard from them for like 2 years. And I think I reapplied once or twice because I just had never heard from them. And I randomly towards the end of last year got accepted. So now I can let you all know, well, I could always let you all know about Contiki, and I've done a few videos on them before. I just haven't traveled with them as much lately because I have these points, so I might as well go with EF Ultimate Break. But also Contiki is really cool too, and they have all kinds of different trip options that EF doesn't have. So being a part of a second program like that, it was just really exciting, and that's definitely a BOP for 2023. Another one is I found myself in Kenya especially becoming more comfortable filming around people. I mean, it helped a lot that there were other people there who were vlogging, and when you do an ambassador program actually with EF, one of the things is that even if you pay for it, you don't use points, it's still cheaper than the regular trip, but you have to in exchange provide EF with content that they will use for advertising or whatever. And so with everyone like having to make content of some sort, whether it's TikToks or maybe even blogging or videos of like long form videos, whatever, everyone was doing it. So like got me more comfortable filming in public, and I hope I continue to feel that way because that's like one of the top things I would love to not necessarily get over, but just get more comfortable with. Another thing is I did not expect this, let alone like when it happened at the tail end of 2023, is I got recognized in public for the first time. I got recognized. I was in a bookstore on vacation in Florida, and I had someone come up to me and she was like, "Hey, are you a YouTuber?" And I don't really consider myself one. It's like a weird line because it's like, yes, I post videos on YouTube and I film, but I don't consider myself one. I did get recognized in public. It just threw me off so much. She was saying like this was like a mom and daughter and that they like watched all my videos. So if you're watching, hello. Thank you so much. You made my whole trip. Honestly, I'm still like, I can't believe it. It was just really cool and a really fun conversation that we had that made me very happy. And yeah, so very, very cool. And that was just such a highlight for me, especially just with this whole YouTube journey. But yeah, those were my BOPs of 2023. So leaving it on a good note. So there was the bad, but learned from the bad, and now the good. So thank you all so much for watching. If you have any BOPs or flops of your past year, I'd love to hear. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video of mine. Bye!